Ho! Ho! Know what time it is?
Time to hear a story full of wonder. There's so much fun we'll have learning together. So let's go down to the clubhouse with Ollie and his friends. Let's go down to the clubhouse where wonder never ends at the Wonder Clubhouse. At the Wonder Clubhouse.
Oh, hello there, friends. Welcome to the clubhouse. It's me, Kai. I'm so glad you're all here today. I was getting ready for the big ice cream sundae party at the clubhouse. These pictures are a step-by-step plan on how to make the most fantastic, most spectacular, most yummiest to the tummiest ice cream sundae ever. Step 1, you get a bowl, a spoon, and a napkin. Then you're ready to make an ice cream sundae. Step 2, add ice cream to the bowl. It can be any kind of ice cream you want. Step 3, add the toppings. Ice cream sundaes need lots of toppings. Step 4, and what's the last thing we do with our ice cream sundae? We eat it. What a great plan.
Ho! Ho!
It's Ollie.
Hello, Kai. Ho! Ho! What are you up to?
Hi, Ollie. Well, I just finished putting together my plan to make the perfect ice cream sundae.
Yes, that is an excellent plan. It's true. I have a story about another great plan for you. Just listen to this story. Just follow me through. Ho! Ho!
Follow me through, follow me through. Ollie's got a Bible story for me and you.
Oh, hello friends. I'm Casey, and I'm helping out at the cupcake food truck. Do you want to see my latest, most delicious creation? Ta-da! These are my Sweet Dreams cupcakes, because in today's story, we're going to talk about someone who had some pretty amazing dreams. If you're ready, on the count of 3, yell, "Tell me a story." 1, 2, 3! Tell me a story! Woo! This is Joseph. He was put in jail, even though he had done nothing wrong. Being in jail was hard for Joseph, but God had a different plan. One day, the king of all of Egypt, the Pharaoh, had some dreams he didn't understand. They were about 7 cows. Cows? What do cows say? Moo! You're right. Dreaming about cows is funny. Wait, let's count the cows in Pharaoh's dream. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7! Great job! 7 cows. The Pharaoh also dreamed about stalks of grain. Grain? We make bread out of grain. Let's pretend to have a snack. Yum. Yum! Pharaoh wanted to know what his dreams meant. And drum roll, please. He asked Joseph to help him. Hooray! Joseph was brought out of jail straight to the Pharaoh. He told Pharaoh that the dreams were from God, that Pharaoh needed to save lots and lots of grain because his people were going to be hungry and need it later. Pharaoh was so happy to know what his dreams meant that he gave Joseph a very special job. He put Joseph in charge of all of Egypt. Years later, the dreams came true. People were hungry and didn't have food, so they traveled from all over to get grain from Joseph. Wow! God's plan was for Joseph to help all these people. God has a plan for us too. And God's plan is the best plan. Did you like the story? If you did, give it 2 thumbs up. 2 thumbs up! Hey, Ollie, tell me, who has a plan for you?
God has a plan for me. Yes, it's true. Now let's hear it from you. Tell me, who has a plan for you?
God has a plan for me. That's the truth, friends. You better believe it. See you next time.
So there's your story. It's all true. Joseph followed God's plan, and we should too.
Thanks, Ollie.
Goodbye to you. Hoo, hoo.
Wow, I loved that story. Joseph followed God's plan and helped so many people. I think I got the story. Did you get it? If you did, say got it. Get it?
Got it!
Good. I'm excited about following this plan. It's going to be delicious. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.
Hi, kids!
Before we get started, click that subscribe button. Turn on your notifications.
Give me a huge thumbs up.
All right, I'm back here with Noelle, and if you might remember from one of our other videos, we are in her bedroom. We decided to be in her bedroom because we heard about our story with Joseph, and it started off, it had someone in it who had a dream. So we thought, okay, we will sit in Noelle's room on her bed and do our video. Who was it that we learned about last week, Noelle? Do you remember?
It was Joseph.
It was Joseph. We got to learn more about Joseph's story. At the beginning of the month, we got introduced to Joseph from the Bible about the true story of how Joseph got a coat of many colors. And those were his brothers, and they weren't happy.
And
they were
these
jealous.
brothers put him in the ground because of that nice sweater.
Yes. And then,
The nice jacket.
yeah, he got taken away and worked at the palace. And then, while he was at the palace, he got accused of something he was not guilty of.
And then he went in jail.
He went in jail. Remember, we made a jail, and it had Joseph in it. But it says something in here. It says, God has a plan for me. Who has a plan for you, Noelle?
God has a plan for me.
God does have a plan for
Yes, it's true. Now let's hear it from you. Tell me, who has a plan for you? God has a plan for me. That's the truth, friends. You better believe it.
Yes,
See you
you
next
better
time.
believe it. We are not done yet. But yes, isn't it great how we know God has a plan for us? And no matter what, we can trust in God's plan. Even when it gets kind of scary and we don't know what's going on. And you know what, kids? That never changes. No matter how little or how big you get, you always wonder and you can be scared. But you have to remember, God has a plan for us. Oh, here. Is he dizzy? He's upside down. There's one of Noelle's other friends. So while Joseph was in prison, the Pharaoh had a dream. Do you remember what he dreamt about?
He dreamed about sheep.
Not sheep. He
Yes.
dreamt about an animal that goes moo.
He
What is that animal? What's that animal? What's the animal that says moo?
It's moose.
It's a cow. And the cow he dreamt about. Do you guys remember how many cows? It was this many.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
7. 7 cows. He dreamt about 7 cows. And he thought, well, that's really weird. Why did I dream about 7 cows? And then he also dreamt about grain. And so he asked our friend, well, why did I dream about these? And so he said what he dreamt about them for. because they needed to store some food up because the people were going to be very hungry. So then he got to work for the Pharaoh. Joseph got out of prison. He trusted God's plan. The Pharaoh asked about his dream. And now Joseph's working over all of Egypt. Isn't that amazing? And then years later, you know what happened? They needed food. They were hungry. So, isn't it awesome, kids, how we learn how when we trust in God's plan, amazing things can happen because God is amazing. Amazing. All right, so you get to print off this week, our parent cue. Our craft is cows and grain. Our Bible story focus, God's plan has good things for me to do. Isn't that awesome? Joseph did amazing things. He helped Pharaoh. And then he went from prison to working over all of Egypt with the king. Isn't that amazing? So what you're going to do is you're going to print out one of these. See, there's our cows. 1,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7 cows. And you're going to find something at home to represent the grain. Represent means stand for the grain. If you want to, you could glue some rice or some grain or crackers, but make sure to check with your parents first. We decided to cut up some pieces of brown paper and yellow paper, and that's our grain for our beautiful, wonderful, amazing cows that know well colored. And they say moo. Oh, your doggy says ruff, ruff. All right, so it says God has a plan for me. Isn't that amazing, kids? Because you know what? God has a plan for all of us. I'm going to show you something pretty silly because on Noelle's bed, we have a guest. Do you want to see? Not this puppy, but look at... Oh, there's this puppy. That's one of our doggies. She decided to join us on our video today. You might have heard her breathing or a couple little barks. And Noelle laughed at her too a couple times. All right, kids, we hope that you have a great, awesome, wonderful week. And we love you. And we can't wait to hear more about Joseph. We will see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.